The number one thing you can do leading up to your ostomy surgery is prep. Get yourself acquainted with what it is. Do the research. Go on colonclub.com. Go on ostomy.org. Go on these sites. Go to join Facebook message groups. That's what I did. I pretty much knew I was going to have a stoma about 5 months leading into it. And so for 5 months, I did deep research. So much research by chance that the nurses said, wow, I knew just as much as they did. Now, I probably didn't, but they were being nice. But yeah, so the number one thing you can do to get yourself mentally prepared for if you have an ostomy surgery coming up, or if you have a friend or family member having an ostomy surgery, is do the research. You'll do the research, you're gonna know everything about going into it. And then that's also when you realize that life's not gonna be so bad. Your life's gonna continue on, and you'll get so used to it, it'll be such an easy thing to deal with. And you'll realize that it's going to be a great thing for you and give you a second chance at life. Here's a head count on my run. How many people noticed that I had an ostomy? How many people noticed that right here, I have a stoma bag? Guess how many? 0. How many people have noticed my stoma or my ostomy in the last calendar week? How many? On the street, at CVS, at the gas station, at the park? How many? 0. How many people have noticed my stoma or my ostomy in the last month? Spoiler alert. The answer is 0. Look, even in the last year, only people that have asked me about it, or if I brought it up, or if they kind of knew going in. So the answer is 0. No one's going to know. They're too busy with their own lives, just like you're busy with your life. So get on your life, live your life. Don't worry about what other people think. They're not paying attention. They're not noticing, and they won't notice, and you're going to live a happy life, and so will they. Does a colostomy, does my bag smell all the time? Do I smell? Do I have an aura of poo smell around me all the time? And the simple answer is no, I do not. I have now had it for nearly 5 years, and I think my wife has spotted it and said, hey, I think you need to change it, or there might be a leak. Just twice in 5 years. Think of the statistics on that. Twice in 5 years. That's how many days is that? I can't even count. Yeah, so we have a stoma, and we obviously, it's a poop bag. That's what it is. But the technology now is there. It's not going to, as long as you do your prep properly and you attach it properly, you're not going to have leaks so often. The new technology with the bags, they have filters. So you're not going to sit on the subway and someone's going to turn over and look at you and say, hey, you smell like poop. That's not going to happen. It's never happened to me ever. No one's ever smelled or spotted anything unless they haven't been telling me, but they haven't. And I would know because the first one it hits is you. So yeah, you just got to be careful. You want to have your extenders on if you need it, and you just want to make sure your bag seal is tight. It's all in the prep and the preparation for it. But yeah, I don't have this aura of poop smell around me. That is an absolute 100% myth. Why me? That was the question that I couldn't stop asking myself when I was diagnosed with cancer. And then later, when I was dealing with the fact of ostomy surgery. Like, out of everyone in the world, why did it have to be me? It felt unfair. It felt isolating. It just felt like my life had changed forever with like no rhyme or reason, right? But then, over time, with the Smash Cancer movement, helping other people, spreading the word, I felt a little bit more meaning. But that question then started to change. Because why me slowly began to say, why not me? Why not me to survive something that could have taken me out? Why not me to get a second chance at life? Why not me to be here for my wife, to see and watch my daughter grow up? This didn't break me, it rebuilt me. Because the truth is, this ostomy didn't take my life away, it gave it right back, and I can say the same thing for you. So if you're sitting there thinking, why me? I understand, I've been right there with you. But I know that you're strong enough to carry that story from why me to why not. So I had just finished chemo. My body was still recovering from months of radiation. My birthday this year is much different than it was 5 years ago. My body was much different back then. I was drained, my mind was racing, trying to process everything. I was just trying to hold it together for my wife, for my daughter who was 7 months old at the time. That was my birthday in 2021. And back then it didn't feel like a celebration. It felt like I was hanging on for a few more days until the chemo would finally leave my body for good, because that was after my last chemo session. 2 months later, I had my ostomy surgery, and that's just another chapter in my life that would change my life forever. But thanks to the many months of prep, like I talk about on this channel, I was ready for that. Back then, birthdays weren't about cake or candles. It was about getting by. It was about getting by for my family. So fast forward to today, I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm stronger than I'd ever imagined I could be, especially after that surgery. I have my family. I get to watch Kira grow up. I get to actually live my life again. And that completely, for me, changes what a birthday means. Yesterday, it was Easter, it was about rebirth. Today, it's not about getting older. It's about living my second chance. Another year to be here. Another year to be with my family. Another year to share my story with you and hopefully help someone, if not all of you, who might have been in that same dark place I was. So to me, that's the best gift that I can give anyone. And that's the best gift that anyone can give me. got a few messages more about TSA and what it's like at the airport. And I can tell you from my experience anyway, that TSA is pretty much an easy snap. It's easy. First of all, they see hundreds probably of people with stomas, with ostomies a day. So it's nothing new to them. I know the first time I went through there, I was like, oh, like, are they going to think like, what's under my wrap? Like, you know, they're probably going to pull you aside. If you go through that scanning thing, they'll for sure pull you aside, and they'll just have you tap your bag, and they'll have you show it, tap your bag, but it's all off to the side. No one really sees it. And then you're off on your way. And they see, like I said, hundreds a day, so it's nothing a surprise to them. But sometimes no one's going to check it at all. You're just going to go right through, especially if they wave you through and you don't go through that big X-ray scanner thing. They're none the wiser, and you just go right on through the airport. So don't worry about TSA. TSA is used to it. They see it all the time. They might give you a little extra check, and that's just going to have you, like I said, touch the bag, and then they'll do your hand thing and make sure that there's no like materials on it, and then you're going to be on your way. Everything through TSA, and then have safe travel. When you travel with people, is it obvious, especially when you have a lot of supplies on you? Like obviously, having a stoma, having our situations, we carry with it a little extra baggage, literally, right? So to give you that great answer, no one's really aware. I mean, they know that I have it. That's part of my life. It's part of who I am, and they're glad I have it because it makes me alive. But, you know, I have my extra supplies in my bags. In the bathroom, I have my supplies in one of the drawers, and usually I take with me extra trash bags that are scented. So, because I use the disposable type, so when I do a bag change, I can swap the bags in, put it in this scented trash bag, and then, you know, just walk it out here to what they have, like bear boxes, because bears can actually come up here. So you throw it right away. So no one's the wiser. Everybody's just happy that I'm here. You don't have to worry about it. So when you're going traveling with friends, just bring your supplies, live your life as normal, become prepped, and you'll be good to go. Don't be afraid. That's right. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go out there and live your life. Don't be afraid to go out there proud as an ostomy and go on a run. Don't be afraid to go out there and go meet new people. Go to a bar, go to a restaurant. Don't be afraid to take your wife or your husband out for a nice dinner. Don't be afraid to be thankful for your family. Don't be afraid to go out, learn new things, learn a new trade, learn a new dance, learn a new art, learn to draw, learn to paint, learn to play music. Don't be afraid. Don't think that your life stopped with an ostomy, because if anything, it's just beginning. And every day that you deal with your ostomy, whether you're emptying your bag or you're swapping it out like I do, every day you're reminded that this thing saved your life. And that's a good thing. So don't be afraid. I'm here visiting friends, and she said something so great. She was telling me it's like one step at a time, right? It's true. One step at a time, one day at a time. Here I am visiting them at their lovely place. And, you know, I think I know all the answers. I think I have all the answers. I'm making my videos, trying to help you guys out, and I still love learning from other people. And she was just saying you take it one step at a time, and that's true. It's one step at a time, it becomes one day at a time, which becomes 1 week at a time, which becomes 1 month at a time, which becomes 1 year at a time. And suddenly, you're gonna get this all figured out. I know it's scary. If you have the prospect of surgery on the horizon, understand this, that I got your back, I'm here for you, and understand that we all gone through it, and we can all get through it together, one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 month at a time, 1 year at a time, 1 decade at a time. We can all do it, because an ostomy is not something that happened to you, it's something that happened for you. My ostomy saved my life, and that's why Easter hits a little different for me. This Easter, people are all going to talk about rebirth, right? About second chances, about new life, and about Easter egg hunts if you're my daughter. But for me, it's not really the end of the story. It's the beginning of my story. It's the moment where everything could have gone completely wrong for me, but instead, I was given more time on this earth. My ostomy didn't take something away from me, it actually gave me something back. So if you have a surgery coming up, it's something to think about. And if you're going through something right now, whether it is an upcoming ostomy surgery, whether your story is a little difficult right now and it's not related to ostomy, sometimes the comeback is the whole point. So what do you do on those days where you're feeling down? You're feeling down about your cancer recovery or your ostomy surgery recovery, or you're still learning the ropes with your stoma and trying to figure out how life is. Well, you know, life is full of hills and valleys, and sometimes you're going to be in those hills. And what I like to do is I usually go on a walk, kind of clear my head, or a hike, or go on a run. When you get the blood moving, it actually is physically proven that it will increase your mood, increase your spirit. So usually if I'm feeling down, I try to get out there and be active. And another thing I do is lean on friends and family. You know, call your friends, say, hey, let's go out and grab dinner or drinks or something like that. Be around your friends or family, lean on your family for support. That's what they're there for. and, you know, get you through the dark times. Because sometimes you get these hills and you think, when are you ever going to get out of it? And then you realize you can climb, and then you get to the next peak. So yeah, I would say lean on friends and family, and lean on fitness and being out there and getting that fresh air, and you'll get you through the tough times. So how do you prep for your run? Because you have a stoma, you have an ostomy. Well, one, you can get a waistband if you want to feel a little more snug or security in that area. Two, just have a spare bag on you. If you have a two-piece, you just have a spare bag. And, you know, if you need to go in the middle of your run, you'll be able to swap it out. Here's the thing. I've never had to do that. Never had to go once in the middle of my run. Usually you kind of start to feel your body, and you can kind of time it out well, and you kind of just know the next time you're going to be in need to change your bag. But I always have one on me just in case. That's what you do. It's real easy. You go out and you enjoy your run, you stay fit, and you be thankful for another day. How many people notice me with my stoma? How many people walk by the street and point at me and be like, oh my God, what does that guy have? What is that waistband around his waist? Or what is that thing sticking out of his belly? How many people in the last 4 years have stopped me on the street and been like, what is that? Or what smell is that? Let me tell you, the answer is zero. It's never happened. No one's once pointed at me and said, hey, you know, I actually was worried the first time I ever went to a convenience store, because I thought, oh my God, maybe they're going to think that I'm strapping, like I'm about to rob the place. But no, no one has ever bothered me. No one has noticed. Everyone's busy with their own lives. And that'll be the same with you. And if you want to feel that extra comfort, get a stealth belt, get a waistband. It does just the trick. But even without one, which I forgot one today. So here I am in my workout clothes, and I was able to do my workout at the gym. No one noticed, no one pointed at me, no one said anything, because to be honest, everybody's too busy with their lives, and you got to be busy with yours. So yes, the answer is zero. Nobody ever notices. Do you know that there are over 8 billion people on this planet? And you know what else is true? Almost none of them know that you exist. Now, that's not a bad thing. There are many that do. There are many that are out there in this world that love you every day. There are many that love you regardless, but they're just so busy with their lives, they forget to remind you. But they're out there, so relax. Everyone else, they're not watching your every move. No one is replaying your mistakes of the day. No one's keeping a scoreboard on your failures or on your adjustments to life after cancer or with a stoma. The world doesn't judge you that way. It doesn't judge you in real time. It judges in outcomes. And even then, most opinions are just honestly noise. So stop waiting for permission to live your life. Reason number 498 to keep going when you think you can't. When I was in the hospital, it took me like a week to cross the hallway at a very slow rate. Now I'm hiking, 100%, feeling better. You can too. Put your head down, keep forward, don't give up. And a lot of people think that when you wear a stealth belt, it means you're ashamed of your ostomy or your colostomy or your stoma. And that's not really the truth. For me, it's just, I got a lot more security and comfort when I'm running. I feel like I don't have to keep checking it, even though it's usually gonna be staying in place anyway, but still, it's for me, just feels a little extra note of security. Plus, like some of us just wanna go for a coffee, go for a run, and not have to explain like a TED Talk if someone does notice it. But newsflash, no one ever does. I think in my life, maybe 0 people have ever noticed it in public, or maybe they're just too polite, or they don't care, and they're not gonna ask, because it doesn't really stick out. That's why I like wearing a stealth belt, because it kind of keeps things flush around the abdomen. So yeah, definitely get a waistband or a stealth belt. Don't feel like you're denying your ostomy. If anything, you're embracing it and you're living your life. Hey, I just testing this out. I've never tried it before, but I wanted to reply to a comment. I've had a lot of comments like this, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Brian. Thanks so much about the positivity and uplifting videos, because sometimes I get comments and sometimes I have to delete them where they're a little negative and they say that I make things out to be too easy. And I don't mean to downplay anybody's struggle. We all have struggles. But what I'm trying to do on this is just to try to create a positivity, a mindset of always thinking positive, because our brains tend to go in the negative direction when we put it on autopilot. So if I could adjust our autopilot just a little bit to kind of think of the bright side, to think that things will get easier, that's what I'm gonna do. So I just wanted to give a shout out. Thank you. I am feeling a little better. I just went back from the gym right now. Trying to get back to normal everyday life. But yeah, I do all these videos for you and everybody here, so thank you. These comments, I read them all, and they mean the world to me, so thanks so much. You ever notice how colonoscopy prep is sold like it's a sure thing? It's like Thanos, it's inevitable. Drink this magic potion, or take a couple pills, and your insides are just gonna surrender. Yeah. Unless you're my friend Johnny. And yes, Johnny's a real person. Doctor says low fiber for a few days. Johnny decides, what if I don't? So now his colon was basically a storage unit from 3 days ago. He's got fruits, seeds, probably a full documentary somewhere floating around in his inside. So round 1, he wakes up from the best nap of his life and the doctors say, hey, you need to come back again. True story. Round 2, then comes the liquid. the nuclear option. They give him the tough stuff, the soup prep, the stuff I've talked about, the stuff they promise that clears everyone out. And it hits immediately. But here's the twist. Johnny must have mistimed things because he shows up to the appointment still mid-process like, hey doc, can we do this procedure on the toilet? Reschedule. So now he's fasting again, he's drinking the potion again, questioning every life decision that's led him up to here, and then sometime around 1 a.m., finally clarity. Emotionally, probably, spiritually, definitely, and medically, yes. Here's the reality. 9 times out of 10, the prep won't fail. Look, Johnny did most of everything that you're supposed to do and what you're expected to do. So if you want to avoid Johnny's 3-day director's cut mini-series version of a colonoscopy, do the boring diet part early. Make sure you nail that diet. If you have to fast, fast. That's what I do. If you get the pills, that's fine. I always prefer the solution, even though it tastes like seaweed in the rain for 50 days. But nothing humbles a man more than waking up and being told you have to do it all over again. It's basically like losing fight to the instructions on a bottle. Love you, Johnny. Reflecting on another year here on my run, birthday madness has settled. Thanks for all the shout outs and beautiful messages across all of the TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, some of these comments were also mixed with people that were going through a hard time. So I wanted to say you're not alone. I wanted to say that as long as I'm still breathing, as long as I keep having birthdays, I'm gonna keep coming here. I'm gonna keep making videos. This is not something that necessarily goes viral, and I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to become some super rich influencer about in the stoma or ostomy space. I'm just trying to help people. The messages that mean the most are the ones that reach out and say how much I'm helping them, or the ones that say they have a surgery coming up and that I've given them a little piece. So just wanted to say thank you, and that I'm